welcome back to another edition of First Class Financial Media. I'm your host, Donald Knotts. This episode, I want to talk to you about a wonderful investment option, and that would be Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it's a new market, relatively new. It's a currency, it's a digital currency, and it has huge earning potentials for you ladies and gentlemen out there. A few bulletin points I would like to discuss with you are it's why Bitcoin investing is a great idea. The opportunity for profits are large due to it being a new and young form of currency. That means it's not that many people in it. So as more and more people get into Bitcoin and trade it, use it for goods and services, the more value is going to obtain. Now, bulletin point number 2. Bitcoin is expected to grow in use and as a store value. Why is Bitcoin expected to grow? Because it's new. So anything that's new has got potential to grow even more. It has been growing. It's going to continue to grow. And a few reasons why it's going to grow is because there is no government regulations. Anything that doesn't have government regulations has potential to have a thermal runaway. So it'd be a good idea to get into it. Now, by Bitcoin not having regulations is also dangerous. It has a huge opportunity to gain interest, and it also has a huge opportunity to lose interest as well. Bulletin point number 3. Mining Bitcoin is becoming more and more expensive, so the price of Bitcoin will go up. So this is saying to mine it is probably not a good idea if you don't have a lot of money to invest. You know, you got to get all this stuff, the technology, and then you got to have the things running and do whatever they do to detect people. So it's becoming more and more expensive to mine them. So it'd be a good idea if you don't have a lot of money to start a server and run a service to trade Bitcoin. You can buy them low and you can sell them high. It's a very good opportunity. Bulletin point number 4. By Bitcoin not being regulated, this also makes it tax-free. So it's a great opportunity to trade goods and services for Bitcoins where though you don't have to worry about government regulations. You don't have to worry about government taxation. That's beautiful. So offshore accounts, you don't have to worry about that. You can get a Bitcoin wallet. You don't have to worry about offshoring anything. You don't have to worry about a foreign government going bust. All you think you have to do is monitor your Bitcoin account. Number 5. Bitcoin is a safe and secure form of currency because of the blockchain. Now, this blockchain as more and more trades take place with the Bitcoin, the chain gets longer and longer and longer and longer. So high frequency traders going to have a problem because the Bitcoin would take longer and longer for it to translate into a new account because it's taking up more network speed and network data. So this works out even great for an investor in Bitcoin, someone who wants to store their value in Bitcoin. That way you don't have to worry about someone they're purchasing your Bitcoin and then selling it back to you before you even decide to trade or buy it. So you're not going to lose your value that easily with this type of currency. It's a brilliant idea. Think about it. Number 6, you can make a great deal of money from trading Bitcoin. The value of Bitcoin is going to go higher. Bitcoin, compared to fiat currencies, is going to gain value, is going to gain strength, and is not going to have all the regulations. So you can trade it very easily. 7, the most money can be made from mining Bitcoin. But like I told you before, if you don't have that large startup cost covered, then it's going to be very difficult getting into the mining side. I'll get into other ways you can get around that later. But mining it is where the most money can be made initially. Bulletin point number 8. Buying and holding Bitcoin is one of the safest ways to ensure your money's value. Now, it's much safer putting your money into Bitcoin than putting it into a bank. The reason why is you put your money into a bank and the government inflates your money by printing more and more and more and more currency, more and more and more dollars, more and more yen, pound, whatever you have. Now, you take and you purchase a segment of Bitcoin, government can't print those. And it's very expensive to mine new ones. And the new ones, they're not going to take any value away from your pre-existing ones. What it's doing is making those people who mining them more money and have the exchange with you. So they're making Bitcoin cheaper for you to buy if you own and control Bitcoin. If you don't have cash, then you can use Bitcoin to make your purchases. Which the people who mine Bitcoin, they'll be grateful to receive Bitcoins for their services of mining new Bitcoins. Being completely off of fiat currency is a beautiful thing. As more and more businesses, they open up to accepting Bitcoin as a viable currency for goods and services, there's going to be more investment options, more trust funds, and a whole nother banking dynamic that's not regulated by de facto governments, which love to inflate your currency through printing. You don't have that problem with Bitcoin. And the more and more Bitcoins that come onto the market, it's going to be more and more expensive to mine. So if someone spends a lot of money mining a Bitcoin, they're not going to sell it for dirt cheap. It's not like turning on a printing press. This is a sure hit. If you want to rebut any of the issues which I'm discussing with you today, give me a call or shoot me an email, and I'd be glad to share more information about it. If you want to, you know, tell me something, I'll be glad to listen to you and acquire more information. But here you go. You can jot down my information to give me a call or shoot me an email. So, Bitcoin versus other investment options like petroleum products. Bitcoin has the advantage over petroleum products because it's not hazardous to the people who's extracting the resource from the earth. It's not damaging to the environment. It's not regulated by any government. So it's a beautiful thing to get into. Bitcoin versus real estate. You don't have large property expenses. You don't have bad tenants, and you don't have to deal with construction crews. You don't have to worry about government regulations. You don't have to worry about property repair. Bitcoin is a very good thing to get into. Bitcoin versus, let me see, stocks and bonds is no comparison. It's a wonderful thing to get into. Now, if you're a little scared to try new things, then you're not going to be successful anyway. Only people that will be successful is those who are going to take risk. The safest roads to travel in life has the least amount of return. So getting into an investment like Bitcoin is something extraordinary, awesome. You can become a millionaire within a few weeks, maybe 10 weeks. Within a year, you can, be rolling in, the $1 billion range within a year. In a few years, you're not even going to want to count your money in fiat currency no longer. That's how fast Bitcoin is growing. It has a huge markup because it's spreading so fast and it's so valuable and so secure. Can't no one steal your Bitcoin. It's not going to fall out your pocket. It's not going to somehow disappear. Even if they do get access to your account, it's ways that you can prevent someone from using your Bitcoin account by securitizing it, which is a service. But ultimately, you don't need insurance. You don't need a bank. You don't need a vault, a shoebox under your bed. You don't need these things. If you want any more information on how to get into Bitcoin, or you just want to shoot me an email, feel free. I'll respond to you if you need more information about it. I'm definitely, this is what I live for. This is what I do. I would love to help you. I'm glad to help you. If you want to get into other investment options, I'll give you my information on what I see, and we can communicate, so that you have the best options available to you. Now, going back into the Bitcoin thing, teaming up with other people who wants to buy technology and facilities to mine Bitcoin is a good idea. One of the best ways to get into Bitcoin is not to purchase the technology though, but it is to rent the technology from these huge data storage warehouses. They have these tesseracts which carries up to like 10 petabytes. It's something ridiculous, and you can use them to mine Bitcoin for you. Only thing you have to do is pay for the time that the machine is running on your service, and you could produce a lot of Bitcoins really quickly for a whole lot less and resell the Bitcoins for a whole lot more. Other ways to make money off of Bitcoin is quite simpler. Just open a Bitcoin wallet and purchase a Bitcoin or whatever derivative percentage. Resell that at a marked up rate. Get your own ad campaign going and market it to friends, family, and before you know it, you're making a couple 100,000 in a year, and you don't have to work no more. It's really that good. But if you want to make the real big bucks in the Bitcoin, you got to open a Bitcoin trust. It's not regulated by the government. Only thing you have to do is you get people's Bitcoins and you provide them with interest on their Bitcoins. Then you take the Bitcoins what they give you and you reinvest the Bitcoins to people who produce Bitcoins. So if it takes them 10 Bitcoins to produce one, then you get a percentage off of that one and you give the rest to the investors. And ultimately, they're going to give you back your deposit. Now, that is probably the best way to get into the Bitcoin market as a startup. As far as other type of business, you don't want to be too hands-on. If you're looking for that lifestyle where you can cruise a ship around the world every day of the week and you don't have to go to an office, you don't have to punch a time clock, you don't have to worry about anything, just count your money, that is to sell Bitcoins before they're even procured. It's a derivative. By it not being regulated by the government, they can't say you can't sell Bitcoin derivatives. The derivative market is not even sanctioned or regulated by any government. It's impossible. You can't do it. It's a bet. So I'll help people, get into whatever type of investment options they want. Me personally, I don't sell these things. I'm not going to refer to you. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to help you become rich, famous, and successful, and have influence, and be abundant, and living that life. Buying that house, buying that car, taking that trip, having that nice, luxury wardrobe, and eating good food and having perfect health care. I'm trying to help people be rich. Now, Donald Trump wrote a book, and it was called Why We Want You to Be Rich. Hey, you should check it out. Look up the subtitles. Look at the reviews of the book. If you don't want to purchase the book, just look up what the book represents. And then you understand people like me who I'm not receiving anything from making these videos. I'm not receiving anything for picking up my phone and telling someone about investing and how to be successful and how to make a lot of money and be happy in life. That book will tell you why. See, After you realize that you want to be rich and you want to be successful, you only want to be around rich and successful people. Now, in another video, I explained that rich people don't give back. This right here, it is an investment. This is an intellectual investment. I'm raising people up because the more and more people I raise up, the better the world is. Not from what I give to you out my pocket. If we take all the money in the world and divide it amongst the people evenly, it's still only a few people that will collect it all. It's much easier for me to bring people up intellectually than to give them the money out of my pocket. I'm giving you the tools to catch fish. I'm not going to give you the fish. It doesn't make sense that way. You won't appreciate it. You'll eat the fish and then you'll be hungry again. This way, I give you the tools, the mental, intellectual tools where you can fish and eat and never starve or go hungry again. Because me just handing out fishes and handing out fishes and handing out fishes, I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy my life. So I'd rather make a couple quick videos, shoot them around, and the people who receive them, they can regurgitate the knowledge and utilize it. Whereas though I don't have to worry about looking over my back, someone's trying to take my fish from me. And I don't have to worry about keep handing out fishes like I'm some type of, soda dispenser. Hand out the fishes, push the button, get the fish. No, I don't want that. I want to have my life. I like people who are creative, not competitive. We want more goods. We want more services. We want more automation. Warehouse workers is a thing of the past. People don't want to be stuck in the offices. Office buildings, this is warehousing people like they're some type of steak or a burger at the supermarket. You don't want these things. You don't want to get other people locked into these things. You want to live like every day on earth is paradise. And hey, sometimes take a trip out of space even. What's wrong with that? So, I just want to help people. I don't necessarily want to give people anything because, like I said, giving someone something isn't going to solve their problem. It's only going to prolong it and make it worse. Well, that's just about my time, and I appreciate everyone. Once again, I put my information up there. So give me a call, shoot me an email if you want to rebut any of these issues. If you feel as though you would like to share something with me, do so as well. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.